Alright, so I made a video about the rates on Mito, right? I said that it was bullshit, right? And I still think it's bullshit. But the second one, usually speaking, generally speaking, I've noticed this happen, I don't know, since like half a year ago, right? If you don't get the character, alright, if you go to all the way to step 5, you go to whatever guarantee, you don't get the character on the main scout, right? Because the main scout is rigged. That's what I sense, right? That's what I think. That's what I believe, right? In a way, right? If I have 6 account and I did all the scouts on that account and I never get the featured character, even though I got 4 stars, I mean, there must be a problem. So you notice that, I did on 5 accounts. I got 4 stars, but I never got the main character. Now, on my main account, I was like, hell no, I'm not doing that because I know that the main scout is not going to give me the character. So I waited until the second scout. Alright, this is like the 2 day scout. And the minute I did this scout on the first step, I got it right away. I mean, if I did this on the other scout, I'm pretty sure I wouldn't get her. And that's the same with the limited Ronnie. I tried getting her. I went all the way to step 5, believe it or not, and I didn't get her. And I didn't do the second scout, right? But now I'm starting to notice. I mean, I noticed this a while ago, but I didn't say anything. I didn't think anything about it because I was like, hey, that's probably not true or something. But now looking at it, I think it's completely true. Because the first scout, I think, is the lower rates. And then the second scout is the higher rate. But they don't do it. This is not always, right? They rotate it so that you don't know and you don't sense it. But playing 5 accounts, you do sense it if you do a bit of scouts, right? I mean, if you do it on one account, obviously, like, I'm bad luck. But you kind of get a sense after a while. I mean, it is impossible not to get that sense. And I was lucky enough to get her. I don't have Asuna, but I think that's fine. I'll get Asuna sooner or later. And this character, yeah, she's super strong, all attack, which is great. And I do have a fire Asuna that is water. And I guess the great thing is that it breaks incarnate, or it raises the incarnate break. So for me, I think yell break characters are pretty much useless now, unless they purposely release an event. But I still like the character, and I gotten her, and here she is. I'm lucky to have gotten her on my first step, and I didn't even do step 1 and step 2 on the initial one. Like the first scout, I didn't do it. I was like, forget it, I'm not doing it. And this is the first scythe character, right? But she doesn't use a scythe. She uses a rapier, which is stupid because I think they should have used they should have made a new weapon kind of like the bow. And instead of making it so that you have to get the bow out of the scouts, right? Or I mean the scythe, they should have made it into a legendary weapon. They should have made, forget about these swords and rapiers. They should just make all the hard to get weapon, and this is a suggestion, and it seems like they do listen to me sometimes. So, they should make the gun is okay. You have this limited edition, this legendary weapon that you can buy, and then, you have the bow and the staff and things like that. It can be all made into legendary weapons, right? It's much better like that than to make her a rapier, especially when you know that she's using a scythe. I don't know. I mean, I like the characters that are using the stuff that they're supposed to use. Okay, I'm gonna level this one up. But yeah, so I was able to get her. Maybe I shouldn't have. I don't know, but I was able to get her. I'm happy about that. I do feel like my other accounts got, how should I say it? I feel my other accounts basically got, like, ripped off. I mean, I literally spent so much on it, and in the end, I didn't get anything. While this account, I skipped the first scout, because I feel like they purposely made it, you spend all your money on the first scout, you don't do the second scout. And they don't do it always, right? Sometimes they make the first scout easier to get, and the second scout is kind of rigged. But you can't sense it unless you have multiple accounts, like 5, 10 accounts. You can't sense it. You can only sense it when you have 10 accounts. Let's say you have 10 accounts, and they do all the first scout, all the way to step 3, and they don't get it, right? Then, you're like, you should focus on the second scout, because the first scout obviously isn't going to give you it.